Are you willing to go deep? Are you willing to dive in? What are you struggling right now? Sorry. How does the struggles look like? What shape, what color, what form will you give to your struggles? You see, sometimes it is very difficult to recognize even what we are struggling with. So we might feel like we feel uncomfortable or we don't really know or we don't give a name, a structure, a form of what it looks like. The thing that we are struggling with, the memory, the energy, the state. So addressing as a first point, as the first line, addressing that stage, giving it a form, you are bringing it to life. Anything that has a form is what you are used to. That's the realm of the logic, of the reason. It's difficult to give a meaning to something without describing it, isn't it? Now, this video is to share with you how you can understand something without giving it a form. So, let me ask you something. If you had to live in a life of truth, in a life where you don't know about something, you simply know, how would that life look like? Have you tasted the vibe of self honesty without judgment? Are you open to recognize what is there without judging, just seeing it, feeling it, breathing it? Do you reject it or you accept it? Now, I'm saying it because I'm making a reference to that very energy that brings you struggle, represents the state of your struggle. So I'll share with you something. As a man, I have been through stages where I had to release the technique of trying to understand things, giving them a form first. Let me just give this a form and then I will understand it. I will struggle. Why? I'll give you an example. When life is calling us to grow, something will happen, a situation, an experience, and the language that life will use is always something that is not familiar. Therefore, we can't use language, we can't use logic, we can't use reason. Because to understand it, we have to be it. We have to experience the experience. That's when the knowledge and the answers and the understanding without form will allow us to heal. So one example of that is when it turns out that nothing is working the way I was expecting. I was giving all in, but the results were very different. Does that sound something familiar to you? At some point, you have to stop and say, there is something missing here. I have to drop the thinking of I need to understand what is going. And I have to just be there. I have to stay with that feeling without refusing it, rejecting it. As a paradox, what I was chasing, which is the result, will resolve by himself. So it turns out that what I was going after wasn't really what I wanted. That's why I wasn't seeing the results. So I had to question, why am I going after this? This is important for souls like you, that you might be fighting for something. You might be going after something with all your power, but the result is not the same. So the question is it a feeling I think I will get once I have this? Is it the projection I have placed on the results? Is it I'm seeing the results from my perspective, making it bigger than the reality is? And also, is this going to fulfill my soul as I was thinking and not with the intuition knowing? It's painful to lose the grip and release something that we think that has a promise for us. So the video that you are listening now today is talking about the simplicity of your life. The simple things that we overlook, we ignore. Why? Because of the automatic pattern of doing things without stopping and questioning the motive, the engine, the entity that is pushing us to that place or to that outcome that we want. So, what is simple in life for you? Let me ask you. What makes your life simple? What do you think is simplicity? It turns out that simplicity for the ego is very complex. The ego doesn't want simplicity. Today, I choose not to train. Simple. It gives me peace. I respect the body. I respect life. I want to I want to spread out and give the equal value to everything. And the ego said, "Oh, you didn't train yesterday. It's going to be 2 days without training." From the ego is complex. Why? Because the ego thinks the more I train, the better I'm going to feel. And I will have to be disappointed. It's not the quantity, it's the quality of the training. Life is not the quantity of the outcome, it's the quality, the simplicity of what I am doing. The ENG of life, which is doing, swimming, eating, sleeping, running, the ENG, the quality of that is the simplicity that the ego will never grasp. The ego has to do 100 to feel better as a promise. But once he does 95, he's already thinking to go to push to 200. So the more effort I put, the better. That was my struggle. When I tweak it, when I reframe it, when I see the whole context of my life, questioning, am I chasing quality or I'm chasing quantity? The game was different. Now I can take 1 week and I train 7 days, quality. Another week, 5 days, quality. Another one, 4 days, quality. Another then two, quality. Because it's an equal value, the resting day with the training day. Now my life is simple. When you when you separate yourself from the thinking, not your thinking, the thinking. Imagine that you are in a sea and you are seeing multiple types of fishes. You are the water, you are the whole sea. You are what enables those fish to swim. That's your consciousness. So when you remind yourself you are water, you don't think any fish is yours. You don't want to take this fish because I like it. This is better, this is nicer. The whole sea has the equal value. That's your consciousness. So the same value of the simplicity, the same value of the quality of your life, the same value of the type of questions you use to get to your source of consciousness, that is what you are. People will think, I'm not ready for this. Is that the question? Obviously, if you have to depend on the answer of, am I ready? You might shift to the no because it's comfortable. No, no, I'm not ready. Not yet, not yet. I'll see. Now, let's use a different question. Is the readiness the door I need to open for this? The accurate path avenue to come to me? Is it readiness? Can I negotiate the readiness right now? That is a powerful question. Now, I live in the UK and I see all kinds of smiles. But when I transcend the smile, I see the soul. And when I see the soul, I see myself. There is no difference between you and I right now. Your struggles are mine. What you are scared of, mine. Why? Because the collective consciousness is all one thing. So if I want to see a different soul, I will change my perspective first. So when I say I'm seeing the smile, I'm transcending, I can see souls that the thing is they haven't recognized what they are. They haven't discovered. They don't come from a deep knowingness. They know about something I've heard about, but the deep knowingness, the absolute truth, there is a not yet. But I can see it because I am that. So my position from yours, the only difference is there is no difference. Life is about perspectives. And the other type of life is about the truth, the reality. So what kind of life are you in? Are you in the life of perspectives, positions? This is right for me, this is correct for me. Are you in a life of emotionality? I am done with this, I can't be asked with this. This is this. What kind of life are you in? Now, are you in the life of Are you in the life of, sorry, reality, love, peace, confidence, the spiritual confidence to know that I am chasing the most highest value of life, which is you? Are you going after yourself? So let's go back to simplicity. Let's make it simple. What is the complex issue in your life? What is the complex component in your life? What is the complexity of your life? What are the situations that you find complex in your life? Do we have to negotiate readiness to face them? Are we ready to be ready? Do we want to be ready? Do we want a simple life? What is the meaning, the significance of you? Are we able to see this without judgment? Do we understand the power of love to ourselves? So I can see life as a mess, or I can see life as a blessing, as an opportunity, as a school, as a workshop. Because guess what? What you are struggling with today, it will stay as long as you carry it with yourself. So you might forget this in a month, in a year, 5 years, 10. You might carry this to the grave. And it doesn't depend on you, it depends on the simplicity of your life. Because external factors play the game, conditions play the games, your karma plays the games. But the simplicity, the absolute knowingness, connection with yourself, I try not to negotiate with readiness. For example, there are people listening to me right now as you, they are struggling in silence. There is a pain they're carrying every single day, and it affects the diet, affects the mood, affects the rendition, the capacity. It affects how they respond to life. It makes them depend on life, not remind them that they are creative. It's a punishment. We become slaves of our past. Why? Because we negotiate readiness. Not yet. How many times are you open to share what really is heavy, what really hurts you? How many times are you able to, let me just share this with someone. How many times have you had a conversation with someone and you went deep? This video is to push you to go deep, it's to encourage you, to inspire you to go deeper. Life is beautiful. Trust me. Life is beautiful. No matter what, as long as you are compassionate with yourself, as long as you are willing to lose the grip with the ego, even if it says, don't forget this, we need to allow the forgiveness in the table. If we are creating a menu of life that will help us taste, compassion is the ingredient, forgiveness is the ingredient, love cannot be missing because that's what we are created from. Love is our oxygen origin, is what we have made. We are made and created from love. Now, love without possession, Love without interest. You love yourself because you are loved. Simplicity. Another ingredient is the humility to recognize that I'm not okay. Because sometimes you ask someone, "How are you?" Say, "I'm okay." And they raise the voice, "I'm okay." But you don't feel that it's okay. Now, it's okay not to feel okay. That is true. It's okay to stay in a state where you are uncomfortable, but you are facing, you are responding to life. You know that this is not the end, it's an opportunity to begin a new chapter, a new page of the book of your life. I am nearly 39. The page of my book is on the page 39. So, whatever situation I'm going through now, it is the door of the new pages. That gives me tranquility to know there is still a game to play. There is still a road that will take you back to your source. So, the ingredients you need to feel okay from your spirit, compassionate to understand. As human, this life is arduous, it's difficult. There is a hidden gift behind it. There is something that makes sense. The simplicity where I don't need a form to understand it. I need to be it. Once you become life, then you understand life without language. The second ingredient, when we forgive ourselves. It allows you to walk without stones in your pocket. Anytime you don't forgive, see it as a stone in your pocket, in the bag of your life. The third one, love is always light. When you have a dark part in your life, when you have a part in your life where it's dark, you don't know how to move on. Love will bring light. Love will bring life, will bring energy. Love will solve anything. Now, don't wait for it to come from outside. Let it come from in. That's what we know as healing. Healing means allowing love to come back. That's what healing is.